Welcome to Doron Yoga, everyone. Today we'll take a bit of a shorter class and we'll focus on the core. In the Ashtanga Vinyasa tradition, mostly we talk about the bandhas, right? Which is kind of lifting the belly slightly in and up for the Uddiyana bandha, which is a bit of the opposite of the rounding a bit the back to get the powerful sixth core. Let's try and find the balance. How do we build a strong core and maintain a bit of the bandhas to support our back and to make sure we're not just doing only front body core? Here we go. Bring the hands to the heart. Maybe set the intention to breathe through the whole thing. Set the intention to do your best to notice when are the moments where you're just about to give up, and maybe decide you count to 5 extra before you give up. 1 Om together. Inhale. Bowing down. Let's meet right away laying down in Shavasana. Life's good, huh? As we lay down in Shavasana, take 1 deep breath here and play a bit with your lower back. See if you can make sure that it's flattened down to the mat. So if you put your hand underneath the back, you would feel it squish. And then take your legs up. Oh, I'm taking them out because that's very squishy. And you can feel now definitely the hand can't go under. We'll try to maintain that as we work towards Shavasana. So we're going to slowly start to lower down. Slowly lower down. At the moment where you start to feel your lower back arching, stop. And then maybe lift a bit the head, lift a tiny bit the chest, tuck the belly way in, lower the legs even lower. Keep the lower back tucked down under. I can feel my core already singing hallelujah. If this is way like crazy, keep the legs higher. If it's easy, hands to the heart. If you're smiling at me right now, then take the arms over the head and breathe for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Shavasana. Life is so good. I love resting. Legs up 90 degrees. Tuck the lower back down. This is a great preparation for handstands. So as you lower the legs, lift a bit the head. Again, hands can be at the heart. Maybe you're in handstand. A 5. At this moment, you're just about to quit. But you remember that this is what's going to make your handstands look so great and amazing. And you stay with us for 3, 2, 1. Shavasana. Resting. Shake awake a little bit in your hips and lower back. Good job. Legs up. Oh my God, Doron again. No, you're right. Let's relax. Just crisscross the legs as you lower down. My arms are at a T. Some people like the hands and crisscross on the way up. Some people like the hands under the lower back. It helps with lower back pain here. My reasoning for not putting the hands under is that it forces me to squeeze the belly. Keep going, squeeze the belly in. Uddiyana bandha. And this is way, way harder. But again, just 1 more round. You don't have to go as low if it doesn't work. You can put the hands under the hips. Last one, we're almost there. Back up, squeeze the knees to the chest, give yourself a hug. Now when we do core work, at least for me, sometimes it gets intense. And so it's really important anytime you need a break, come into a happy baby. Let's all come into a happy baby. Hold the feet or the legs wherever you can. Roll a bit from side to side. Knees go towards the floor, side to side. We won't do the big laughter right now, but let's definitely do a huge, big smile. It's so important to remind ourselves when we do these challenging things of the benefits of why we're actually doing this. And then it makes everything so much easier. Cool, knees back to the chest. Okay, we'll go right into bicycle. So we're going to place the legs into 90 degrees. Shins are parallel to the ground. Hands clasped behind the head. I'll show the first one slowly, and you can always check out Doron Yoga, the bicycle. I think we have a YouTube for that. As I exhale, my right leg straightens. I'm lifting the chest. My right arm comes over and across to the left side. You guys can join me. Left elbow meets the right elbow. And inhale, in slow motion, we're going down. Exhale, left leg straightens. It's almost to the ground. Lift the chest, go across. Left arm over, right elbow touches the inside of the left elbow, and inhale down. Exhale, right leg, right arm, and I'm really trying to stay up and hold my exhale or finish the exhale. Inhale down. It's obviously the upper part that works the core. Inhale up, lower core works upper core and even the obliques. Inhale down. Try to maintain yoga, meaning breath and calmness of mind. We're going to do this for about forever. So just stay present with each and every breath, because we never know when this is going to end. But the good news is everything in life, including this pose, this practice, will have an end. So if you can stay present, you know, oh my God, this is so much fun. Hopefully you start to feel your belly going juga booga bala booba. Doesn't matter which language it speaks, as long as you can feel something. If not, pause this, do it for another 20 minutes and join us, because we're almost done. Good. I'm not feeling crazy much, so I'm going to lift up my shoulder blades a little higher. Wow, what a difference, right? I was just being lazy. Again, up, lift the shoulder blades a little more, and down. Last one, lift up and hold. Lift up, hold. Hold, breathe. 5, 4, lift it a little higher. 3, 2, 1, relax, and last side. Up, lift as high as you can. 5, 4, face is relaxed. 3, 2, 1, knees to the chest for a moment. Go for a funny, happy baby. Oh, can't help it. I say we won't laugh, but of course, laughing is excellent. Excellent. Okay, let's take a little break. We'll start with a supine twist. So, moving the hips to the right, knees over to the left, stretch a tiny bit. My knees are together. If you want a little more intensity, I'm going to wrap right leg over left. My gaze is towards the right arm. If you did the opposite side, doesn't matter. Take about 3 or 4 deep exhales. With every exhale, feel the hips and shoulder relax and melt down. It's not going to be gym style. We're not going to go boom, boom, boom. We're just going to do boom, boom. Relax. Here we go. I'm going to switch sides. Come back up. Moving my hips a bit to the left. Twisting my legs to the right. Remember to breathe. Remember to have awareness of breath. Softening the eyes. Beautiful. Coming back up. Bring the knees to the chest one more time. Let's roll, massage the back. We'll roll up and down a few times. Come up to sit, plant the hands, jump back. Oh, plank before even Chaturanga. Chill out in plank for a moment. See if you can lift the belly one more time in. Maybe try to keep it up there. As one of my teachers says, bandhas 24/7. Do release them when you go to sleep. Keep the pelvic floor, the mula bandha slightly lifted. Good. Hold here for another few moments. While you're holding here, if you're like, Doron, this is boring, I hate stillness, you can just do shoulder taps for a little bit. See if you can still breathe. Good. Do hip taps. knee taps. Rest plank. Fill up between the shoulder blades, gaze slightly forward. Lower down, Chaturanga. Maybe your knees are down, this is fine. Lower to your belly. Lift up to a sphinx. Belly forward, chest forward, shoulders back. Lower all the way down to the belly once more. Arms just beside you, a little bit behind the shoulders. Lift the chest, lift the legs, lift the arms maybe. So many of us think of the core as the classic picture of the six-pack. But remember, if you don't work your lower back just as much as you work your front part, it will be imbalanced, which means it will want to curl forward and make you hump, make you slump. And so what you really want is to work both the front and the back so that you have a nice tight belt supporting your spine. It's also a great place for flexibility because you don't have ribs there. But that's exactly why we want to stay strong to support that part of the back that is more movable without the ribs. Release down. Move your hips a bit from side to side. Get feet closer together. Just lift the chest. Bring the arms up. And as you inhale, go ahead, lift the chest even more. Pull the arms back and forward. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Inhale. Don't worry, I said a short class, so we won't be able to be here forever. Keep breathing. If it really hurts your lower back, just stop for a moment, take a couple of breaths, and join again. Right? Build it up. Build it up. The secret is to practice, even if you do 10% of what we offer here. That's amazing. You are here. You showed up. You're practicing. Last 3. 1, 2, 3. Hold up. And release down. Bend the knees and move your feet from side to side, your legs from side to side to help release a bit in the back. Fun times. This is called them chilling out on the beach pose. Cool. Relax down. Nice one. We're going to take the hands, place them underneath the thighs, and lift the legs. If you want, you can lift the chest. If it's too much, just lift the legs. Hold here. Really allow your eyes to smile. Let them move as if they're moving a bit sideways. Right? There's a feeling of, right, you can choose, oh my God, I'm dying, or oh my God, this is so good. I love it. I'm getting stronger. I'm getting more beautiful. I'm getting more steady. I'm getting more powerful. Left. Rest down. Move your hips a bit from side to side again. Let it relax. Maybe last one. Let's see how it goes. Arms forward. Good. Lift the right leg up as high as it'll go. Lift the left as high as it'll go. Consider breathing. Switch. Left leg up, right arm up. Release down. Once more, move your hips from side to side, your choice. You can rest here a few breaths. You can rest in child's pose. If you want to stretch a little bit in your back, you can lift up to a cobra. Again, lifting up to whatever height feels reasonable for you. If you're taking child's pose, maybe take the knees apart. Rest your chest forward and down as far as it'll go. Kasha here is coming up to her fingertips to help stretch a bit more in the shoulders and Upper chest back. Meeting in downward dog. Oh yeah, yoga. Don't you love it? Taking a few breaths here, waking up the legs. Notice even while we're here in the downward doggy and the Adho Mukha Svanasana, if you remember to activate the core. And when we're saying that again, it means like bandhas. It means taking the belly slightly in and up. Right? That is an activation of the core. And the thing is that it really helps with the graceful moves. So for example, if I just jump forward, this is here in Guatemala at Lake Atitlan at the Doron Yoga and Zen Center. We have this beautiful dance floor. It's a floating wooden floor. So it makes a lot of sounds. It tells you right away when you cheat it. So as we jump forward, it's really noisy sometimes our landing. But if we really use the bandhas, as well as right now, let's all practice wrapping the arms in. It's really an external rotation of the shoulder. Right? So you're activating a bit in the lats. Your belly is pulled in. You shift the weight forward. And you try to jump forward and land as gently as you can. You lengthen the spine. You take a moment here. And exhale, you forward fold. Inhale, you lengthen again. Many of us will need to bend the knees quite a lot in order to get the hands to the ground. My belly is tucking in. My gaze is locked forward. Exhale, plank. Good. My gaze is forward. I'm going to try from plank. It's a lot harder. You can do it from downward dog. Shift forward, right? I'm on my tippy toes, moving already with the heels forward and back. Practice that feeling, right? I can feel it. More pressure on the wrist. Eventually the shoulders even go more forward than your wrist. My belly, my core, super active. 3, 2, 1. Try to jump. Maybe you got to the front, maybe not. I know this is a far more challenging version. Okay, here we go. Plank. Pika. Downward dog. Jump forward. And plank. Downward dog. Jump forward. At your own pace. Let's do another 5. Meeting in downward dog once more. Cool. I'm going to go for a little rest in side plank. So coming up, let's start with the left, just for fun. We'll mix it up. Left hand, right, belly is in, maybe right arm up. If this is too much, left knee on the ground. If this is too easy and you want more core work, waba, maybe right leg up in the air. Breathe, 5. Continuing students, please smile. 3, 2, 1. Plank. Chaturanga. Upward facing loveliness. Downward facing. Here we go. Side 2. Coming up. Hand, maybe blade of the foot, maybe your knee is down. Lift up. Optional. Left leg up. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Chaturanga. You can use the knees. Upward and downward. Take 2 breaths. Ready? Here we go again. Side plank. This time with an exhale, I'm going to let my hips drop. My left hand, I'm on the right hand. So whatever hand you have, the upper arm goes in towards under the ribs and inhale back up. 5. Inhale, my hips up, my arms up. Exhale down. Inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale, smile. Exhale down. Inhale up. Last one. Exhale down. Inhale up. You want a vinyasa? Great. You don't? Rest in downward dog for a moment. Here we go. Side 2. My left hand's down, my right arm up. Either way is fine, don't worry. As long as the upper arm. Exhale, hip down, arm down. Inhale, up. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Last one. Exhale. Inhale. Plank. Rest. If you need child's pose, take child's pose. If plank is easy, I'm moving my feet as far back as I can still handle. I'm even moving my hands a bit forward. I try to keep the hips somewhat low. Breathing, I know sometimes it gets slippery. It's okay, you can just keep moving the feet and the hands as needed. Keep breathing. Shaking is okay. Though we're doing somewhat more core and can appear as exercise, really pay attention to your mind. That's the practice of yoga. How do you feel when you're like, oh my God, for me I'm slipping, I'm about to die, boom. I walk my hands. Let's all come back to plank. Rest. What goes up in your mind when you're like, oh my God, I'm not strong enough, or this is too easy, or whatever it is. We just take an exhale and we come back to the present moment. That's all we do. Come back to the present moment. Into downward dog. Rest. If you need a child's pose, take a child's pose. We're going to move into crow pose now. So let's start with just walking the feet behind the arms, bringing the knees towards the armpits as high as they're willing to go. Shift the weight forward, gaze forward, start to move forward till the feet lift. If you're using your core, squeeze the belly in and then lift the heels as much as you can. Straighten the arms. For 3, 2, 1. Jump back. Chaturanga. Inhale, happiness. Exhale, downward dog. Okay, walk the feet again behind the arms. So we're going to play a little bit, and there's a few different options here. Okay, so option 1 will be lifting one knee at a time towards the arm. 1, 2, 3, 4. Take a look for a second. So, right, it's like this. Knee to armpit, knee to armpit. Option 2, you know what? Let's all do all the options together. Start with knee to armpit. Go. Knee to armpit, knee to armpit. Knees are bent. Keep breathing. Keep practicing. Go, go, go. Good. Straighten the arms, straighten the legs, forward fold. Maybe hold the elbows. Take a break here. A few breaths. Here we go. One more. Hands down. Feet away. You can repeat what we just did now. Some of you will try to do the following. You'll try to jump, tap, down. Jump, tap, down. Squeeze the core in as you do so. Right? Jump, tap, jump, tap. So, tap, tap. If that's easy, move your feet a little further back. Jump and back. Jump and back. Eventually, you'll be all the way in downward dog. Jump, back, jump, back, jump, back. 2 more. Jump, back, jump, back, downward dog. Okay, look between the hands, jump through to your seat or walk through. Take a little break here. We'll go for chicken wings. No eating. Hands to the inside, palms facing up, inside of hip crease. And then from here, bring the elbows to the inside of the knees. Start to close the knees. This helps me at least release a little bit, both in my wrists, as well as stretch my shoulders, which is really the main reason for this, and to give us a breather. So make sure you are breathing. Beautiful. A few more breaths. Great, release. So let's take a little break from the wrist, and we'll go to the forearms. We'll meet in Dolphin. You can take a vinyasa on your way to Dolphin. Dolphin is really a downward dog with the with the forearms down, okay? So here we go. We are on our forearms. If you can, place the elbows. You can even be with the knees down if it's too much. The elbows are shoulder width. The wrists are elbow width. Knees are up. If you're staying here and you're like, oh, Doron, this is how I drink my smoothies every morning, that's fine. Walk your feet a little closer to the elbows, or actually as close as they're willing to go. And then not only that, but lift the heels up, belly tucks like crazy in, move the hips as much as you can over the shoulders, press the elbows down so that you're not collapsing down, but you're really lifting your shoulders away from your ears, away from the floor, and then breathe. We'll only stay here for ever. Again, if you've had like, oh my God, I'm dying, remember, count to 5. Because staying here longer is what builds your power to do those fancy other poses we do in yoga. You counted to 5 and you're still dying? Why don't you rest in child's pose for 3? Here we go. Whoever needs to lowers down now. 3, 2, 1. Back up. Just last 10. Back up if you're in child's pose. Otherwise, stay in the forearm balance. Stay in the forearm down. 3, 2, 1. Lower the knees down, everybody. Take your knees wide apart. Child's pose. I've decided to take my arms forward. It feels good for me. If you prefer alongside the body, you can do that too. Allow everything to surrender. So, most of us will feel here more in the shoulders than the core. It still works the core, and there's nothing wrong with mixing up some stuff. What? You want to do it again? Oh my God, why didn't you just say so? Let's come up. Here we go. Elbows, hands, shoulders, all same width. Walking the feet up. Come up to your tippy toes. My belly is tucking in. I can feel more space in my lower back. My hips are over the shoulders as much as they'll go. I'm breathing. My head is just dangling down effortlessly. My shoulders, I'm honestly not thinking about them right now. I'm focusing on the breath. We're almost there. Good. Your choice, either child's pose or downward dog. See how your energy is. Actually, if you're in child's pose, maybe take downward puppy. So come on up, hips over the knees, arms forward. You can see Dan demonstrating the downward puppy. Oh, and Kasha. If you want to stay in downward dog, stay in downward dog. Just a few more breaths. See how you feel. What do you need today? Every day is a bit different. Okay, folks, let's do some non-core work to just relax for a moment. So we'll come forward to Baddha Konasana. Have a seat. Anyway, it works for you. Feet opening up, feet together, but open up your feet, knees to the side. If it's a bit intense, please sit on a block. You can see Dan showing you how to do it. He's sitting on the edge of the block to help create an anterior pelvic tilt, meaning the pelvis, the hips are slightly turning forward. This helps in creating space in the lower back. This plus your core. What? Yes, moving the belly slightly in and up will help create a bit of space in the back. So as you're coming down, sure, you're going to round the spine a bit, but you're not in full slumpasana, slumping, rounding, but rather there's a feeling of lengthening. Let's say if you're where I am with the forearms down, I'm pulling my chest forward almost like I'm trying to do Sphinx. No doubt it's a flexion, not an extension of the spine, but I'm trying to extend, not into a hyperextension, but extend as much as possible. And then I keep going down. I take a few breaths. Relaxing the shoulders, the eyes, and the mind. Beautiful. Rested, right? Amazing. Let's take a little vinyasa. Exhale as you go down. Chaturanga. Inhale as you shine, open up. Exhale, downward dog. Beautiful. Coming into planky. And then right knee goes slowly towards the left elbow as I exhale. Inhale, right leg back. Exhale, left knee, right elbow. If this is hurting your wrist, you can do it on the forearms. Exhale and inhale. Try to go slow at first, so that each exhale you're going, maybe tapping, maybe in the direction of tapping. And as you go there, you hang for a second, which is what kills the shoulder, well, builds, forget killing, enlivens the shoulders and the core. Last few, try to take the knee a little higher if you can, like pigeon. You're going to the elbow or even higher than the elbow, which takes a lot more muscle work. Rest in downward dog. If you need child's pose, that's okay too, but we won't be here too long. Okay, ready? A little bit of intensity. Forward. Same thing. Fast. Go. Bang. Notice my breath is remaining slow, even though I'm moving fast. That's the secret of yoga. Almost there. You can do it, you can do it. Downward dog. Right. Not only is it healthy, not only is it good to protect your back, but you'll also look better in your bikinis. Breathing. We'll take another little break, so look between the hands, jump through to your seat. We're about to go and rest on our back. We can't just lay down, can we? So lift up. If you're like Doron, you got me, I'm done. Hold the back of the thigh, stay here. If there's any energy left, arms free. If there's still room, straighten the legs. Really respect, do what's right. We're really going for it today, so whatever you're doing is unbelievable. If you're still with us, you've got my love. Hold. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Cross the legs. Now, most of us can't simply put the hands down, lift the hips and legs. So, 2 options. Option 1, we're going to place the hands, lift the hips, or even the fist gives you some height. Lift 1 leg, 2 breaths, 1 leg, 2 breaths. And just switch them. Option 2, Kasha is showing you, use blocks. And then you can lift up and wooba booba. Perfect. If the blocks are skinny, see if you're falling, you can turn them sideways. You can try either way. If this is high enough for you to lift, that's great. If not, then do the other one. Ready? Let's do the lifting a few times. So 1, 2, 3, and lift up. Hold. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's rest in Navasana. You deserve some breaks. Navasana is really the hammock pose. It's a sustainable hammock. Since humanity is destroying the environment, there's no more trees, no more ropes. You can still enjoy a hammock. You do not need anything. It is sustainable. It even builds you strength. Oh, lifting, here we go. We're doing yoga, remember? Let's do it for the count of Om. 1, 2, 3. Oh, Kasha is up. Om. Let's break. Resting in Navasana. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. If this is too easy, straighten the legs. 1, 2, 3. Om. Om. Has a short Om. Rest. Navasana. We're getting there. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Last one. Lift. Om. Navasana. Last one. 5, 4, 3, Smile. Halfway, 3/4 of the way. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Stay here or arms overhead. Last 5. Happiness. Dolphins. What else? Kisses, hugs, Shavasana. Rest, everybody, rest. Breathe. How shall we rest? Doron, can we take some happy baby? Oh, of course. Happy baby. If you can't help it, I can't. Ready? 3, 2, we're going to laugh like crazy monsters. 2, 1. Give yourself a hug. Love yourself. You're doing great. We're almost done, people. We're almost done, my dear friends. Let's stretch the belly a bit. So place the feet parallel to each other. Lift up to a little loving bridge. Try to keep the knees moving in. Keep lifting the chest. Roll the shoulders a bit under. Lift up. Good. Some of you are loving this. Some of you still want more work. Right leg up, optional. If you want to clasp the hands underneath the back, you can. Keep lifting the hips. Press the left leg. Switch. Right leg down, left leg up. Hips up. Both feet down, release the hands, lower the hips. Take the arms to the side, move the knees from side to side as in windshield wipers. You guys are doing unbelievable. I told you it's almost over. Ready? Take your legs straight to the ground. Smile. Okay, so here's what happens. I'm lifting up. I'm lifting my legs and I'm going to one side. And then I go down. Ready, set, go. Up, across, down. Up, left leg up, across, down. Whatever leg it is. Up, one leg up, and down. So one leg at a time, up and down. Keep going and down. I like to exhale as I come up, inhale as I go down. This is a bit opposite of sometimes what they do in gym, but it's what we do in Ashtanga. When we curl, we squeeze the belly in and we take the breath out. As I straighten, I inhale and I fill up. Just a bit longer. Continuing, students, smile. Almost there. Rest. Here we go, guys. Just a tiny bit more before we close. So if you have a block, take a block. If you've got a pillow, a water bottle, any of those works. So I'm going to have Kasha pass me one. And here we go. We're going to sit up. And legs up. And here we go. Pass it under. Boom, bam, like a figure 8. Life is good. This is too easy. Next time, bring weights. You know what we do sometimes? We go to our fancy new Ananda Shala and we do it with just stones from the river. Any stone works. It doesn't have to be from the river, by the way. If you can, allow the breath to be through the nose. Almost there. Good. Stop. Squeeze it in. Lengthen the spine to create space for the lower back. Sometimes that hurts a bit. Hands behind you. Fingers facing the hips. And here we go. Let's Straighten and bend, straighten and bend. Breathe and breathe. Last few. 3, 2, 1. Jump back, Chaturanga. Lower to the belly. Your choice. Sphinx, baby cobra, cobra. Do whatever it feels reasonable for you to really release the bit of the belly and the back. That's it, folks. You've done great. Amazing. Shoulders back. I'm not just lifting up, I'm really pressing my pubic bone down, my belly forward, my ribs forward. Feels really nice. Fill yourself with gratitude. You've made it. Press it back. One last time. Child's pose. Knees apart. This is a mini Shavasana. Come up to sit. What's up? By all means, you can pause the video, go take a nice long Shavasana, relax, let everything melt. Otherwise, come join us for a moment of sitting and close your eyes. You may already notice how, even now, the slightest pull of the belly in helps support your back. I love this practice because really, it supports the other practices we do, whether it's the yoga asana or even the seated meditation. For any one of us that sat for longer than 20, 30 minutes knows that many times, for some of us after 20, for some of us after 2 rounds of 20, the back sometimes starts to hurt a bit. And this really is a beautiful practice to support it. I invite you to maintain these bandhas and the power of the core and the lower back in your daily life, in how you sit on chairs, right, and how you walk, right? Can you maintain the slightly pull of the belly in? And remember that the core is your protector. It's your support. Remember that even when you do core work, this one that we do here or any other one, see if you can still maintain somewhat of the ujjayi breath, of the calmness, of the steadiness of your breath. Bring the hands to the heart. A moment of deep gratitude. One Om. Thank you all. Namaste.